We're finally going to Elbaf. This has been the most hyped up arc for years in One Piece. This chapter brings a lot of insight to what has happened in Egghead behind the scenes. The Void Fortnite reminds me of the game Fortnite, and you see Yamato eating Odin with Denjiro, and some kids as she follows the footsteps of Odin, going through Wano, and then sets sail to sea with the Straw Hats, potentially. So let's go on with the Haki in the first panel. Last chapter, you see the Vice Admirals not passing out due to the Haki, but not sure why everyone else like the Straw Hats and the Giants didn't pass. I guess Haki can be controlled by the person who has control of it, and he put it in Emmett, and he could have controlled it from centuries ago, which is crazy to think that someone can do that. Goes to show you how powerful and smart Joy Boy is. You also see the Seraphim and Bull Hancock helping the other Marines. Dory and Broggy saw the Haki and felt that it was stronger than even Shanks' Haki, which I think Shanks may be the strongest one with Conqueror's Haki who is alive at the moment. Then we see the Straw Hats set sail to Elbaf, which this was in the making for years since Little Garden arc. So let's go to Vegapunk, Shaka, and Pythagoras. You see Shanji remembering what Vegapunk said to him early on Egghead. It goes on to say that Shaka said someone stole the Mother Flames, and Vegapunk said it was probably Lilith. Only the three of them are the only ones that know, so Shaka and Pythagoras go into stealth mode just in case no one's memories get mixed up in them trying to find the culprit. Then 1 week before the prior time, Pythagoras figures who it really was, and it was York. Vegapunk apologizes to the others about Lilith. Shaka, Pythagoras, and Vegapunk, all three, try to figure out what York was telling Mary Joyce, and she told them Vegapunk is researching the Void Sentry. 6 days before the present, we see a panel where Vegapunk sees the kingdom of Volusia being erased. Vegapunk tried to figure it out and said that the world government has an ancient weapon which may be Uranus, and it can destroy an entire island like Pluton. York sent out one of Vegapunk's weaponized sea beasts with part of the Mother Flame to start up the ancient weapon. Vegapunk blames himself for doing all this. The scientific genius let the Marines use his craft to make weapons and other things to benefit the government. So they thought about apprehending York, but it will be too late for them at the moment, and Shaka said if we can leave the island now, it will be good timing. Vegapunk said, by now, just prepare the boat for others because they will chase him to the ends of the world since they are researching the Void Sentry. He also said they had something Ohada didn't have during the Buster Call, and that's equipment to let their voices reach far and wide for others to hear about the news. Shaka was trying to figure out what their deaths meant. Vegapunk goes to tell them the Cloud Loft machine makes artificial clouds which can be used to save humanity by making sky islands in Skypiea. Next panel, you see Vegapunk and York talking. The next panel, you see him recording about what he said about Joy Boy, the world government, and the sinking of the world. They then erase their memories of what actually happened in the past few days just in case no one becomes suspicious of their behaviors. Vegapunk goes on to say that it will be our victory through all this. They then wake up to a letter written by himself about his death and go on with the plans he made, even though he's gonna die. So he knew eventually he's gonna die in Egghead. Then all of a sudden, the Straw Hats, Bonnie, Kizaru, the Marines, Cypherpole, and Saint Saturn all arrive at the same time, which is crazy to hear that all of this is happening at the same time. You can see the scene go back to Sanji and Vegapunk. Vegapunk said his death will be something important, which is the video he will send to everyone, and said to Sanji about the One Piece that he wants the Straw Hats to find the One Piece, and that's exciting. The last panel, you see Usopp and Luffy and the Giants all going to Elbaf, and we may see Usopp's dreams come true and be the first one to be fulfilled in the Straw Hats. You can also see a power up from Usopp, seeing that he's at the middle of the panel like Oda's mentioning something significant about him. You know, it's been hyped up for Usopp since Little Garden arc, so we've been waiting for this for years. We may see a power up from each Straw Hat before Laptail and see more of Nika's history and Joy Boy and Prince Loki in Elbaf. Well, I think Luffy has to get stronger or manage Gear 5 in a better way, because he needs to he can't defeat the Gorosei at the moment, not that I see in Egghead. Just my opinion, but I think probably in Elbaf he may get stronger, or in Usopp. Well, we just have to wait and see. And not sure how long Elbaf will be, but I expect it to be the same as Egghead. So around 50 chapters or so, which is around 2 years. But I think One Piece will end in 2032 because we still gotta go through Elbaf, Laptail, and the Final War, which I think the Final War will last like 3 years or 4 years. But so that's all my opinion. This was a good chapter making progress with the story with Vegapunk and Pythagoras and Shaka. Because we get to see him avoiding York. So looking forward to next week's chapter in review. And if you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe to see more anime manga content. If you want to see my previous videos on animals, click right here.